I was just a necromancer who commanded monsters. So why are my guild members panting beneath me now? Hashtag tankbottom plus IronMaiden hashtag necromancer top. The headquarters of the guild Valhalla, which had once boasted the greatest authority on the continent, was now little more than a massive tomb. The gleaming golden marble corridors, once so radiant, now held nothing but heavy silence, broken only occasionally by the frantic footsteps of those packing up and fleeing. The fear spreading among the guild members traveled faster than any plague. Not simple murder, but a bone-chilling rumor that the necromancer captured people and turned them into familiars to command. The news that the assassin Shaun and the mage Kyan had already submitted to that monster and become his subordinates had completely shattered the will of those who remained. Those who couldn't endure the terror fled under cover of night, and those caught in the process were dragged into the darkness, never to return. But the real reason the desertions kept happening lay elsewhere. In the chilling duplicity of Yinwur, the vice guild master and the guild's true power. On the surface, Yinwur played the compassionate saint, saying, "Let's all survive together." But behind the scenes, he left wounded guild members untreated under the pretext of efficiency. He even pushed them forward as meat shields to divert the pursuing necromancer's attention. "Lord Yinwur, please. My leg is crushed, I can't go any further. Please, heal me." A guild member groaning in the corner grabbed at the hem of Yinwur's robe. Yinwur, wearing his usual dazzlingly beautiful smile, stroked the man's head. "Don't worry, the pain will disappear soon." No sooner had he finished speaking than the light pouring from Yinwur's fingertips wasn't healing at all. It was mana closer to a curse, numbing the senses and forcibly driving the body to move. Yinwur coldly muttered as he shoved the man, screaming in pain, toward the direction the enemy was coming from. "Trash like you doesn't deserve to be touched by holy power. Go buy me at least a minute." That heartless sight was far uglier than even I had been, back when I commanded monsters like game pieces. Taejun, the tanker known as the guild's shield, knew Yinwur's true nature, but stayed by his side out of a foolish sense of duty to protect the guild until the very end. I watched the scene from beyond the auditorium doors and let out a low, scornful laugh. If I'd wanted to, I could have brought my legion of thousands of undead right then and reduced this entire building to dust. But I didn't. The only ones I'd brought with me were Shaun and Kyan, just the two of them. Killing them outright would be too easy, especially Yinwur. That rat, I'll never let him just die. I won't let my undead tear his throat out. He needs to be dragged to my feet alive, in the most miserable way possible. Under my careful calculation, the auditorium doors, cloaked in deep darkness, opened with a chill of cold air. The predator returned from hell, and behind me, the shadows of Shaun and Kyan trailed long across the floor. "Shaun, Kyan, go clear out those meat shields. I'll deal with Taejun myself." The instant my order fell, Shaun's shadow threads sliced through the air. The necks and limbs of the fleeing guild members were bound by the threads and left dangling in midair, while Kyan used Silent Cast to summon a massive, abyssal gravity sphere, crushing the entire auditorium. "Guh Arg. Lord Yinwur, please save me." Mocking the wailing guild members, Yinwur slipped behind Taejun. Taejun gripped his massive shield and stood in my way. "Guild Master. No, you monster. How did you get here?" Taejun swung his massive greatsword, but my body had already been hybridized with Troll's undying flesh and Ogre's might. I didn't dodge his blade. I caught it with my left arm instead. My flesh tore open, exposing bone, but before the blood even had time to spray, black mana rose like smoke and instantly sealed the wound. Not missing the opening left by Taejun's shock, I grabbed him by the back of the neck and slammed him into the floor. "Taejun, take a look at how that saint you're trying to protect really thinks of you." At that moment, Yinwur placed a hand on Taejun's back, but it wasn't a light of healing. Yinwur cast Mana Siphon, forcibly draining Taejun's life force to boost his own speed. "Sorry, Taejun. I need you to buy time here so I can survive." Leaving behind a cold sneer, Yinwur dashed for the back door of the auditorium. Tears mixed with blood streamed from Taejin's eyes at being abandoned by the comrade he'd trusted most. I tore off the armor of Taejun, crawling on the floor, with my own ogre's might. The steel armor crumpled like paper and rolled across the floor.